Welcome back students to Alchemy online class. In previous class we learnt about universal indicator and also learnt about the neutralization in everyday life. Then we started with the textbook exercises and now we are going to do the remaining exercises of the textbook. The homework was given, do textbook exercises number 6 and 11. I hope that you have got the answers and you have written the exercises in your notebooks. First of all, I am going to discuss the answers of the questions which were given as homework. That is question number 6 and 11. Question number 6 is mark T if the statement is true and mark F if it is false. The first statement is nitric acid turn red litmus blue. It is a false statement because nitric acid being an acid turns blue litmus to red, not red to blue. Second statement is sodium hydroxide turns blue litmus red. It is also a false statement because sodium hydroxide is a base and bases turn red litmus blue, not blue to red. Third statement is sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid neutralize each other and form salt and water. This is the true statement because sodium hydroxide is a base and hydrochloric acid is an acid. So acid and base, when they react with each other, they are neutralizing the effects of each other and they are forming salt and water. Fourth statement is indicator is a substance which shows different colors in acidic and basic solutions. This is the true statement because as we have learned, we have seen the effects of different indicators in acidic and basic solutions and they are giving different colors. Then fifth statement is tooth decay is caused by the presence of a base. It is a false statement because tooth decay is not caused by the presence of the base. It is caused by the presence of the acid. After having food, if we are not gargling our mouth or brushing our teeth, then the food particles will remain there in between the gaps of the teeth and these food particles are then acted upon by bacteria. This bacteria turns these food particles into acids and these acids are then causing to decay. Now we are going to get the answer of question number 11. It is consider the following statements in which 4 statements are given in the textbook. We have to find out which statement or which statements are correct. First one is both acids and bases change color of all indicators. This is a false statement because both acids and bases do not change color of all the indicators. Second statement is if an indicator gives a color change with an acid, it does not give a change with a base. This is a false statement because you know that China rose indicator gives dark pink color with an acid and gives green color with a base. Third statement is if an indicator changes color with a base, it does not change color with an acid. This is also a false statement because same example of China rose indicator we can consider here. Then the fourth statement is change of color in an acid and a base depends on the type of the indicator. This is the correct statement. So here out of these 4 options, option number 1 all 4, 2 A and D, 3 B and C and 4 only D. The last option only D, that is change of color in an acid and a base depends on the type of the indicator. This statement is correct. So correct answer is option number 4. Question number 3 is name the source from which litmus solution is obtained. What is the use of this solution? This litmus solution is obtained from lichens. It is extracted from lichens. It has mauve or purple color in distilled water. This litmus solution is used as an indicator to distinguish between acids and bases. With acidic solutions, it gives red color. With basic solutions, it gives blue color. And in neutral solution, it is not showing any change of color. The next question is Question number 4. Is the distilled water acidic, basic or neutral? How would you verify it? Distilled water is neutral in nature. We can verify it by using the red and blue litmus papers. With red and blue litmus papers, it is not showing any change of color. Now the next question, question number 5 is, describe the process of neutralization with the help of an example. Here, neutralization is a process in which an acid and base react with each other and they are neutralizing the effect of each other. So, the reaction between an acid and a base is known as neutralization. At the end of this process, salt and water are formed. At the end of this process, heat is also evolved. So, we can explain this neutralization by the example of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Here hydrochloric acid is an acid, sodium hydroxide is a base. When they are reacting, they are forming a salt. Here the sodium chloride is formed, which is a salt, and water is also formed at the end of this process and heat is evolved. Question number 7 is, Dorji has a few bottles of soft drink in his restaurant. But unfortunately, these are not labeled. He has to serve the drinks on the demand of customers. One customer wants acidic drink, another wants basic, and third one wants neutral drink. How will Dorji decide which drink is to be served to whom? Here, Dorji can use either of these two ways. One way is he can test the drink. If the drink is sour in taste, that means it is acidic in nature. If the drink is bitter in taste, that means it is basic, and if the drink is having no taste, that means it is a neutral drink. The another way is Dorji can use the litmus papers. He can use both red and blue litmus papers. If the red litmus is turning to blue, that means the drink is basic in nature. If the blue is turning to red, that means the drink is acidic in nature, and if there is no change in color of red and blue litmus papers, then the drink is neutral in nature. This way Dorji can decide which drinks are acid, which one is acidic, which one is basic, and which one is neutral. Now the next question is question number 8. Explain why. First one is that an antacid tablet is taken when you suffer from acidity. Now when you suffer from acidity, why the acidity is there? Our stomach secretes hydrochloric acid. If this acid is secreted in excess, then there is indigestion and it is causing acidity, and this acidity is very painful. At that time when we are taking antacid, it contains milk of magnesia. This milk of magnesia is a base which neutralizes the effect of the acid. That's why it is known as an antacid, and this is when it is taken, it is neutralizing the effect of hydrochloric acid, and this way the acidity in our stomach decreases. The second question is, in this, calamine solution is applied on the skin when an ant bites. When an ant bites, it releases the formic acid into the skin. And because of this, the irritation is there. When we apply calamine solution, which is a base, it contains zinc carbonate and it neutralizes the effect of formic acid. And so we are relieving from the pain. The third one is factory waste is neutralized before disposing it into the water bodies. Factory waste contains acids. If this factory waste is stored into the water bodies, then it will kill the fish and other organisms in the water bodies. So they are to be treated with the basic solutions before they are thrown into the water bodies. Question number 9 is, 3 liquids are given to you. One is hydrochloric acid, another is sodium hydroxide, and third is a sugar solution. How will you identify them? You have only turmeric indicator. Now you know that turmeric indicator is remaining yellow with an acidic solution and a neutral solution. But with basic solution, it gives red color. So with sodium hydroxide, it will give red color, so you can identify it easily that it is a basic solution. But how will you identify the acidic and the neutral solution? Here, to identify these, we have to mix 1 drop of hydrochloric acid with the sodium hydroxide in one test tube, and 1 drop of sodium hydroxide and sugar solution in the other test tube. When we are putting the turmeric solution in the first test tube, there is no change in the color, because when acid and base are mixed, they are neutralized, and because of that salt formation is there, and that's why the no change in color is there. But in the second test tube, when the sodium hydroxide and sugar solution is mixed, that in that solution, it will change, the turmeric indicator will turn to red. So this way we can identify between an acid and a neutral solution. Now next question, question number 10 is, blue litmus paper is dipped in a solution, it remains blue. What is the nature of the solution? Explain. When blue litmus paper is dipped in a solution, if it is remaining blue only, that means it is a basic or a neutral solution. Now, if we are adding this solution on a red litmus paper, and if it is turning to blue, that means it is a basic solution, and if the red litmus paper is not showing any color change, then it is a neutral solution. So this is all about the textbook question answers of this chapter. This is all. We have finished with the chapter. This chapter is over. So we will meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, be safe, be at home, and keep learning.